friends, I'm Yo Schiller. I've been continuing my climb in the ranked singles category of Pokémon Champions. Most of my matches were relatively uneventful, often being pretty by the books, just selecting super effective moves and often just one-hit KOing or two-hit KOing every Pokémon. I used the same team that I used from the previous video for the majority of my matches, winning far more often than I was losing. As I climbed from the Pokeball rank to the Great Ball rank, and then from the Great Ball rank to the Ultra Ball rank, it became more evident that I was heavily relying on Palafin, Zoroark, and Goodra, and then every once in a while I would select Froslass. That's a decent wild card for the team. I hardly ever used Delphox, and my Jolteon just wasn't cutting it. So I decided that it was time to change my strategy a bit. I eventually realized that my Dragonite would be a suitable substitution for Jolteon. Jolteon's main role for the team was speed control, and while he could be much more useful in a full 6-on-6 battle, these quicker 3-on-3 battles meant that I'd always essentially have to lead with him in order for him to get his proper usage. And leading with a Pokemon that can instead be used to set up something or pivot, as is the case with Palafin, Zoroark, or Froslass, is just much more useful. Dragonite can learn Thunder Wave anyway, which already fills Jolteon's primary role, and Dragonite will be more likely to be able to take a hit before going down thanks to his multi-scale ability. And for the time being, I've opted to not run Mega Dragonite, at least not yet, as I'm only able to use one Mega Pokemon at a time in a battle, and my next Pokemon may be able to better utilize its Mega Form's capabilities. Which leads to me swapping out Delphox. Delphox was primarily brought onto the team just to be a special attacker in niche situations, and those niche situations were certainly niche. I wasn't even using her Mega Stone, so in many ways, I wasn't even utilizing her to the fullest potential. Since my team hadn't yet been using a Pokemon with a Mega Evolution on it, I ultimately settled for Hawlucha, a very fast and powerful Pokemon whose Mega Form only furthers her already impressive stats. Not to mention, Hawlucha's ability of No Guard makes it so that she can't miss her moves, meaning that I can run even more powerful attacks on her that would otherwise have low accuracy to balance them out. In short, she's a heavy hitter and a fast one too, and her addition, alongside my Dragonite, will help balance the team a bit better. With these changes implemented, it's time to showcase the results. The climb to Master Ball rank and beyond in Pokémon Champions continues. I am wondering if I want to run regular Zoroark over Hisui and Zoroark if I'm going to run Hawlucha, because that way someone might use a Psychic type attack and then Zoroark's immune to it. Is it worth it? I don't know. Let's see, Rotom. Well, I'll tell you what, right out the gate, because I see Toxapex and Corviknight at the bottom, I'm definitely bringing Zoroark. And I definitely want to bring Goodra, because Goodra shuts down Toxapex, Corviknight as well, and Rotom. Do I want Zoroark disguised as the Goodra, though? That's usually the main question. What is Zoroark going to be disguised as today? Maybe Dragonite, because Dragonite can fight back against the Garchomp. And if Dragonite were stuck with Charizard, he'd probably be okay. Rotom, he'd probably be okay. I think I made the right play. Yeah, because Palafin's not going to do a whole lot. Hawlucha's kind of been my answer to Charizard, but we don't know if that's Charizard X or Charizard Y. I think this is fun. Maybe I should have started with Dragonite. I definitely needed to bring Zoroark and Goodra for sure. Oh, 4-win streak. You know your stuff. Sorry you had to run into me. You think I'm worried? Because I'm not. Oh boy, am I so glad that you opted to start with that Toxapex. That makes me so happy. Makes me already valid in my Pokemon selection. I just have to see if Garchomp's in the back or if Gyarados is in the back. That's gonna be the main thing. Alright, so he doesn't know I have Zoroark yet. Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if you were gonna go for Baneful Bunker in the first turn or not. That's the main reason I switched out. Granted, I mean, Goodra can't do too much here. Let's switch. Okay, let's see what he does now. Now he's gonna go for Baneful Bunker, right? Probably. And then on the next turn, because you can't really use Baneful Bunker twice. I mean, you can, but you can't, you shouldn't. So, oh, he's withdrawing it, okay. What else we got? Man, this just gets better and better. Corviknight, that's fine. Okay, then we will go ahead and trick my Choice Scarf onto Corviknight. It was gonna be one or the other. I guess it'll be Corviknight. Let's see what you're doing. You gonna set up anything? You gonna go for a body press or something? Or not body press, iron defense. Yes, thank you! That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, so we just shut down the Corviknight. Toxapex is a bulky Pokemon that can't do anything to my Goodra, so we're just, yeah. Go ahead and switch that out. I'm no longer concerned. Okay, it's Gyarados, got it. I am no longer concerned with revealing my hand and going straight for the Bitter Malice. All right, now I'll drop your attack stat. Your Intimidate does nothing to me. All right, now is this a Mega Gyarados? I would say yes. I will play along anyway. Oh no, he did not Mega Evolve it. Okay, no worries then. Let's see what you're going for. You are going for Dragon Dance. Okay, so be it. You are at +1 speed, but you are still at -1 attack because I have done 2 Bitter Malices to you. All right, and after all that, it was a Mega Gyarados. All right, don't quite know why you didn't Mega Evolve it from the get-go. Doesn't matter. This should take you out at this point, okay? So let's see. So you're gonna outspeed. It shouldn't kill. Oh, nice. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I had that in the bag, man. Oh, Zoroark. Okay, I was gonna say Zoroark's still animated. Okay, I was gonna say no freaking way. I had every read. I read him like a preschool book, and yet I was just about to lose because of a 10% chance of Ice Fang freezing me. Golly. All right, all he has in the back now is Toxapex, which can't do anything to my Goodra, and Corviknight, which will be locked into 1 move. We'll have to see what he wants to go for next. Toxapex, fine. Well, let's see. I may as well just attack it, right? If he tries to go for Toxic, like, whatever. He has to spend a turn doing that. 100 to 68, so that does 32. All right. And then Toxic, fine. And then, if I were a betting man, I would say that he's gonna try and run out the clock and try and have the poison KO me. Toxic will inflict poison that deals more damage to me at the end of every turn, but I can just switch out at some point. And I imagine he might do something similar. I mean, he's gonna go for Baneful Bunker, I already know it. So I may as well, he could switch into Corviknight, that's the other thing. Whatever. If he switches into Corviknight, he's still locked into 1 move. If he tries going for Body Press, I'm immune to it with Zoroark. And Dragonite will resist it, so it's whatever. All right, Recover, all right, got it. So Recover, Baneful Bunker, Toxic. Do you have any damaging moves? You probably have like Sludge Bomb or something, right? Very well, I will Acid Spray you 2 or 3, oh, okay. So this will do nothing to Corviknight. So be it. What's up, Corviknight? So I'm almost certain that if you had Iron Defense as one of your moves, you're gonna go for Body Press. Which means I should, well, let's entertain this for a second. Body Press, okay. Got it, so that does 80 damage, and then I restore some HP with my leftovers. So I could take 2 more. Yeah, lower my speed, whatever. You're gonna be faster because you have a Choice Scarf, and also I'm freaking Goodra. Okay. So unfortunately, I would need 2 more to KO him. Oh my God, okay. You know what? Game, I am sorry for complaining about me freezing earlier when I just got the 10% chance with Flamethrower. Not that it's gonna make too much of a difference. Oh, it did 6%, okay. I was gonna say it lowers his attack when he's using Body Press, whose damage is gonna more or less be fixed based on his defense stat. Now we go into Dragonite. Okay. Body Press, doesn't do much. Awesome. Okay, Fire does a bit more damage to him. Now, unfortunately for my Dragonite, he's not at full health anymore, so his multi-scale ability will not go into effect. I'm still just gonna go for Dragon Dance. Yep, withdraw it, so be it. Boy, am I glad that I opted to go for Earthquake on this Dragonite, primarily to deal with these stalling, well, usually Steel types, but it's gonna be applicable to a Poison type here. And then, I'm gonna go for an Earthquake to see how much it does. I probably should paralyze him with Thunder Wave, but let's see how much this does, so if it does at least half. Oh yeah, that did at least half, all right. And then you're going to go for Toxic. Citrus Berry, so 26% up to 50, okay. Toxic, which I recently learned, so a Poison type Pokemon that uses Toxic is guaranteed to hit the opponent, you know, assuming they're not also a Poison type or a Steel type. Oh yeah, I forgot I gave Dragonite a Lumberry, glad that came into play here. You'll have to use it again, which is guaranteed to hit, but I was gonna say, it flat out bypasses accuracy checks if you're a Poison type. That means if a Pokemon is in the air or is like underwater for using Dive, Toxic will still hit. I just think that's amusing. Anyway, all right, glad that's over with. And now you're once again locked into Corviknight. Oh, I was gonna say, even if you were to use Body Press, Zoroark would be immune to it, so it would only be a matter of time before I KO'd you. Awesome. Well, glad that worked out. Whew. Thank you for the match, Axia. All right, all right, all right. Hopefully I've demonstrated some knowledge and wit in my battle tactics. That's Zoroark's trick at play, really determining the match, hence why I call him a pivot Pokemon. Yeah, and I think Dragonite's been working out. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Got a Dragonite of your own, I see. Okay. All physical attackers, interestingly. I mean, I think you can run Dragonite as a special attacker, but it's usually run physical. Okay. Makes me realize, like, Goodra is primarily specially defensive. I probably could stand to have a physical wall on the team, but that probably doesn't matter. So we'll do Zoroark in case he starts with, like, Mimikyu, Goodra again. I want to run the same team as I did in the previous match and just go, like, Dragonite again. Hawlucha? Well, because Hawlucha would better deal... Well... No, okay. Here's my issue. Mimikyu is kind of like my main concern, right? That's the only reason I would even want to start with Zoroark. I mean, Zoroark has Focus Blast to potentially deal with King Gambit. I think the better play, I think I should bring Hawlucha. And then maybe Palafin. And then Goodra for sure. I need Goodra. I mean, Goodra's the only tank I have on the team, so I want to bring that anyway. But I also think that Hawlucha, not just King Gambit, but Hawlucha can probably deal some heavy blows to everything else. Really, Mimikyu is the main concern. All right, hopefully I don't regret this. Garchomp, all right. So far, so good. Well, I am happy to see that, because it means he can't use a ground-type move on me. He could go for a dragon-type move. We'll deal with that in a moment. All right, now high jump kick is my strongest move. The question is, did he bring Mimikyu? Because if I use high jump kick and he switches into Mimikyu, I actually take damage from that. So I could predict that and use dual wing beat, but then if he's not switching, I mean, okay, he's probably gonna go for a dragon type move, so now would be my prime time to switch into Palafin and get her ready, or to switch into Goodra and lower his speed. I think I'll take my chances. If he has Mimikyu, I believe I still outspeed. I mean, I guess he'd use Shadow Sneak or something, but then I could still use dual wing beat and break Mimikyu's disguise ability. So let's see. All right, let's see what this does. All right, nice damage. Okay. I think Palafin's base form could defeat that with a, oh, Dragon Tail. All right, so I don't think you're Choice Scarfed then. You probably were meant to be a setup Garchomp with Stealth Rocks. That would be my guess. I guess you could also still be Choice Scarfed, but all right. All of your Pokemon are physical attackers, so in the event that you switch, maybe I should go for Chilling Water. And if you don't switch, I think this will still KO you, and I don't think an Earthquake from you will KO me. I think you'll get close. I think I split the EVs pretty good on this, because I put them all in special defense, and I have like a little bit in special attack. So, I don't think it will. Well, I suppose if you had Life Orb or Choice Band, it would, but neither of those items are in the game. Guess we'll find out. Whew, yep, that was close, all right. I guess you could be holding that one item that boosts your ground-type moves, and that could cause a KO. Ah, darn it. All right, well, now that your attack stat is lowered, that's still fun. I restore a little bit of HP. That's probably not enough to, like, safely switch into Goodra later. Let's go back into... Oh, I should have gone... Sorry. I clicked Hawlucha. I was thinking about going into Palafin. I just, like, instinctively switched. Okay, that's fine. Maybe this is for the better. Okay. And then, just to check for a switch, just in case, let's do dual wing beat. All right, doesn't matter. All right, Garchomp down. Whew. All right, let's see who's in the back. Mimikyu is a concern. It's looking a little better now that Garchomp is down. What else did he have? He had a King Gambit. That's why. Dragonite. All right. Okay, Dragonite can run a variety of different attacks. I'm wondering, because I gotta get Palafin ready. I have to send her in so I can switch her out. So I'm gonna have to do that now. So I think the play is to switch. Well, the last Pokemon's got to be Mimikyu or King Gambit. I think the play is to do dual wing beat. Yeah, we'll do dual wing beat because the first hit will break your multi-scale. The second hit will be a decent chunk of damage, and then Palafin might be able to finish it off with an Ice Punch from there. The important thing is just making sure that Palafin isn't the last Pokemon that I have, because then she wouldn't be able to go into her hero form. So if Hawlucha goes down here, and I'm willing to bet that that's the case, I then need to send in Palafin and then switch into Goodra. So yeah, that won't do much. Got it. So the average hit, so it did. Oh, that was a crit? No, I did not do a lot for a critical hit. Okay, straight for the Ice Beam. I'm actually okay with that. Hawlucha, you've done great, girl. Thank you. Okay, so now I would say the plan is to send in Palafin now, and then switch over to Goodra. That way Palafin will be in hero form for the rest of the match. Goodra does not have a lot of HP. If he goes for a physical attack, though, it'll drop Dragonite's speed. I think they're both at base speed 100, right? Maybe Dragonite's barely under 100? Draco Meteor. I'm actually even more glad that I switched then. All right. Goodra, you done great, girl. Thank you. Yeah, I think it had to be this way because Goodra only having 25 HP wasn't going to be great. Okay. But now I've got a hero form Palafin, so we can play off of that. Unfortunately, Palafin's speed doesn't go up with her hero form. Mega Hawlucha doesn't gain speed. Palafin doesn't gain speed. What's up with that, man? I think Ice Punch from here ought to do 63%. Nice, okay. The important thing was just breaking your multi-scale. Okay, who's in the back? I suppose you could have Gyarados, and Gyarados could have Intimidate. It was Kingambit. Okay, boy, am I glad to see that. Now, that's usually the way it goes. You would end it with Kingambit. So, no reason not to go for Drain Punch. And then you're gonna go for that Supreme Overlord attack, whatever Kingambit's signature move is. You're hesitating. Why are you hesitating? Why are you thinking about this? You only have the, well, because you know I'm faster, right? So, you've only got the 2 choices. And I suppose you could be Choice Scarfed. Or, oh, sorry, not Choice Scarfed. Well, I mean, I guess you could be Choice Scarfed. You could be Focus Banded. And that means you'll survive with 1 HP, but then I have a priority move on the next turn. Okay. That means you're going for that attack. Oh, okay, doesn't matter. You weren't even holding a Focus Sash. I was a little concerned because I thought you were gonna use, what is it called? Kowtow Cleave? I thought maybe you were gonna use that and deal a ton of damage, and then I was gonna say, well, Palafin's defense goes up in your hero form. That could save me. Your name is Rito Pen. Well, thank you for the matches, Rito Pen. Appreciate it. And that should bring me to Ultra Ball rank 1. Yes, Master Ball rank is in sight, and it's closer than ever before. All right. All right, I've taken my stretch break. It is time to pursue the Master Ball rank. I am close, folks. Now, as I climb higher and higher in these ranks, it's only gonna pair me against other people in these ranks, right? So these matches, in theory, are only going to get more and more difficult. So I'll have to keep proving my worth. Ooh, look at that good stuff. All right, well, I see a Rotom. And I also think Goodra would do well against Charizard and Meowscarada. Alright, so we have Zoroark lead, Goodra second, and then either Hawlucha or Palafin, right? Well, what would Hawlucha do? Meowscarada's gonna outspeed her. So maybe we do Palafin, have Zoroark disguised as Palafin. I mean, that's kind of the old reliable for me. And if it brings Rotom and starts with Rotom, I just pivot into Goodra. And Palafin is an answer to Garchomp, I suppose. If he starts with Froslass, then I'll just, ideally, one-hit KO it with Zoroark. That's not a big deal. I get the vibe he's not going to bring Froslass, though. All right. Ultra Ball tier rank 1. Let's do it. Meowscarada. All right. These things are fast. Well, I don't even know if it's necessarily just that they're fast. I think it's because people have been running them with Choice Scarves. Choice Scarfs? Because the Choice Scarves, whatever. Okay. Anyway, it is not in my best interest to stay in. I should switch into Goodra. All right, and let's see what you're doing. Anything but a Dark type move. Well, if you use a Dark type move, it's fine. I just don't want knockoff. Flower Trick, that's the best thing that it could have been. Because I quad resist that. So I'm willing to bet that you're going to switch after this. All right, that didn't even do 20 damage. Awesome. And that was a crit. That didn't even do 20 damage. All right. Now, I suppose you could not be Choice Scarfed. We'll see in a moment. But I'm willing to bet that you are. So I will go for Acid Spray under the assumption that you are going to switch. And yep, and whatever you switch into will have its special defense drop. Garchomp, my man. All right. So we'll special defense drop you. Boom. That puts you at -2 special defense. I still don't think I can KO you with a Flash Cannon or something. I think you're still going to damage me once. So, just in case, what do you say we go for a Chilling Water? Lower your attack stat and see if I can take another hit from you. Aw, boo. Well, after Chilling Water, you'll be at +1 attack. And then I might be able to KO you with a Flash Cannon from there. Yeah, I did like 30% and it was like a neutral hit move. All right, let's just go for it again, see what happens. All right, can Goodra take a +1 Earthquake? That's a no. That's a no. Goodra can't do that. Bummer I didn't bring Dragonite or Hawlucha. I brought Palafin, who's not properly set up yet. So I guess I'd have to send her in. No. Yes, I'd have to send her in now. I think in her base form, an Ice Punch could probably defeat this Garchomp. All right, I need to double check Garchomp's stats. 102 speed? Frick, so that means you outspeed me. Why? I get it confused with Tyranitar. I'm like, one is slightly faster than 100, one is slightly slower than 100. If I do somehow outspeed, no. And that's probably gonna KO me, right? Yeah, alright. Yeah, I can't win at this point. I would have, yeah, in theory, I could have switched into Zoroark and switched back into Palafin, and then maybe her hero form could have taken it. I don't know for certain, but then I wouldn't have an answer to Meowscarada, who would outspeed me because she is presumably Choice Scarfed. And even then, let's say I did play that out and I left Zoroark out. Well, Zoroark would be locked into one move for the rest of the battle because he'd have a Choice Scarf, and I still wouldn't have an answer to Meowscarada. So I think the answer was probably to bring Hawlucha or Dragonite. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Really, the MVP of the team has been Goodra. She's the bulky one on the team. I probably should have a physical wall. Maybe I could swap Froslass out for that because I haven't been using her as much as I go into these higher tiers. Would I use her here? No, I wouldn't. All right, he's got 2 setup Pokemon though, so I feel like I should start with Zoroark, either Glamora or Whimsicott. And if he starts off with Dragapult, Zoroark could take that out as well. And then I suppose the Glamora could be holding a Mega Stone. Greninja's gonna be a Mega Stone Pokemon, that's for sure. Do we want to do? I don't actually think Goodra. I just said Goodra was like the MVP. I don't know if we want to do her here because she would only really be good against potentially Dragapult and Greninja, I guess. So maybe the answer for this one, I would want Zoroark disguised as Palafin if I'm going to do that. Well, okay, so Goodra would do well against the Glamora and the Whimsicott as well, but I've got Zoroark to deal with that. So I'm kind of thinking Hawlucha Palafin's the answer, because Hawlucha can deal with Greninja, King Gambit. She does have Poison Jab for Whimsicott, and then I just have to make sure that if I have Hawlucha, that I don't use High Jump Kick while Typhlosion could still be alive. Once Typhlosion goes down, I can do High Jump Kick for days with Hawlucha. So let's see, or Dragapult as well. Okay. Well, let's try it out. Let's see if Hawlucha is the answer. Okay. Hello there. Hello there. All right. So, yes, you know I'm holding a Choice Scarf, which is a reasonable item for a Palafin to hold, all things considered. So you don't know that this is a Zoroark just yet. You don't know that you're about to get smacked with a Ghost-type attack, do you? Yeah, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You probably think I'm going for Choice Scarf Flip Turn, don't you? Oh, or Choice Scarf Wave Crash. Or maybe you just think I'm switching out. Oh, you're switching out. Okay. And what do we got? Okay. Well, I'm going straight for the Bitter Malice. And because I'm holding a Choice Scarf, I should otherwise outspeed you. That's just one hit KO you. I was going to say, if you're holding a Choice Scarf, then you win. Okay, Dragapult was the bane of my existence back in Sword and Shield, but now it's down. All right. Well, at this rate, might not even need the Hawlucha. Okay, well, I outspeed you as well. All right, no way you're outspeeding Choice Scarf Zoroark. So let's go again. All right, second verse, same as the first. Use your signature Ghost-type attack on a Ghost-type Pokemon. I do appreciate Palafin's little animation of using Bitter Malice is just going in a circle, looking all jolly. All right, and then King Gambit's the last one. Well, that makes sense. Well, I might be about to get Sucker Punched. Let's see, I'm actually a little surprised you didn't get King Gambit in here earlier. You must know that this is a Zoroark by now, correct? Well, let's see. All right. Oh, well, actually, this is kind of dumb because that's going to proc your Defiant ability, right? Okay. Oh, or you don't have Defiant. Okay. Well, I'm a little dead. But that's not a big deal. You don't have Defiant, so I'm really not worried. Zoroark, you've done great, thank you. All right, well now I have reason to use Hawlucha. So, I got that. All right, yeah, I mean it's your last Pokemon. I'm wondering what you could have done differently. Your team, it's not bad, like they're all good Pokemon. I don't know, I guess my team is just like really well suited for yours. Maybe I best get Palafin in now just in case. Is there a just in case scenario? I don't know. Maybe Palafin can just KO you in her base form. Let's try that. 74% with Drain Punch. I mean, it ought to do the trick, right? Is it worth trying it? What else? You're gonna go for Kowtow Cleave again. So I'll outspeed you. Okay. Let's see if base Palafin can do it. That's what it's supposed to. Okay, yeah, that did the trick. That's what it's supposed to look like. Good job, Palafin. You prove that not everyone has to look the part of a hero. That anyone can be a hero. Even the average civilian. Or in your case, Dolphin. Thank you, Palafin. Thanks for the matches. Ukshita, I think is what that is. Uksuta? I think it's Uksuta, maybe. I get Su and Shi backwards a lot on the katakana side of things. They do look similar. Tell you what, if I lose my win streak, I'll do some moveset adjustments. For right now, I'm pretty content with the moves. Pokemon, I guess, have been fine. Alright, well, Zoroark's definitely coming to this battle to deal with Gengar, Alakazam, Sneasler. Goodra to deal with Kleavor and possibly Gengar. Well, actually, I might want to start with Palafin for this, because I think he's going to start with Kleavor. And if he doesn't, well, then Palafin will be switched out and we'll be ready for the rest of the battle. Though, see, I keep trying to justify bringing Dragonite or Hawlucha. I think, what if I start with Goodra? All right, what if I start with that? And if he does start with Sneasler, well, is he gonna start with Kleavor or is he gonna start with Sneasler? I gotta take a, so that's just it, right? I don't know if I should be doing this screen, like predicting what he's going to start with, or if I should just be playing around my own strategies and say, I wanna do this. Because Kleavor is a Pokemon you start with. So if he's bringing Kleavor, he will start with it. And if he's not bringing Kleavor, then what else would he start with? I don't know. Maybe Sneasler. And so that's why I think I should start with Zoroark. I had Zoroark disguised as Goodra, right? I put Goodra in the back. But it is Palafin, it's not a huge deal. All right, let's see. We've got Sam. Oh, I guess you could start off with Samurott because you set down spikes. Okay, I guess I didn't even think about that. It'd have to be one or the other. All right. Well, this is fine. This is why I got Focus Blast to deal with those pesky dark types. So, is it worth tricking you? No, we'll just Focus Blast you because you're gonna go ahead and go straight for your attack. No freaking way, man. Okay, I got very unlucky there, but very lucky there. No freaking way. It's a 1 in 4 chance to miss, and I just immediately miss with it like the first time I use it. Okay. Can Goodra learn Focus Blast? Is the facade still there? All right, well, here's wait, you brought Samurott and Kleavor? That's interesting. Okay. Well, I still outspeed. So if this next Focus Blast connects... Oh my god, dude! No shot! What do you want me to say, man? I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. If Zoroark could learn Aura Sphere, I would teach him Aura Sphere. But he doesn't. It has to be... It has to be Focus Blast. No freaking shot. I missed 2 out of 3 times. I just needed that first one to connect. Now I gotta deal with all this. Ah. Alright. This is why I've got both Flip Turn and Jet Punch for situations just like this. To land a KO and then get a free switch off of it. Okay. Golly, man. I had that. No freaking way. I know that's the risk you went with Focus Blast. I know. It's the fact that I missed twice in the span of 3 turns. I missed the very first one. I had that. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter now. I mean, it does matter. That's what caused this current situation of events. See, now I gotta deal with this. At least I now know all 3 of your Pokemon, and I think the only fighting type move you learn is Focus Blast. So if you connect with yours more than you connect with mine, we're gonna have a problem. If you even have Focus Blast. I actually don't know anything about Mega Alakazam other than it's fast. I think your ability is Trace. Am I wrong about that? Let me see. Yes, it is Trace, but I'm using, oh. Yeah, you're really fast and you're boosting your special attack. That makes sense, and that could be a problem. You are still, however, an Alakazam, meaning that what you have in special attack and speed, you lack in defense. So let's see what this does. Oh my god, dude! I don't even know what you want me to say. He gets it on the first try! I have to deal with all this. And now he's got Gooey, so as soon as I inflict an attack on him, I lower my speed. But ideally, a Jet Punch from Palafin with the Mystic Water should deal at least 85% to Alakazam, right? Let's see. Thank goodness. Yeah, I think you're the fastest Mega. Not counting legendaries again, or maybe even counting legendaries. I think Mega Alakazam is the fastest one. All right, well, whatever's next one. Oh, that's right, Samurott. You're gonna outspeed me. I do have Drain Punch. All right, if you KO me, you win. That's so lame, dude. I had this in the bag. All right, I'm fine. Thankfully, my defense is up. All right, and then this should KO. Got it. Oh, I guess, well, I didn't keep track of how much damage he did to me. Once again, though, I think a Mystic Water boosted Jet Punch from Palafin, Hero Form Palafin, should be enough. Should deal 14%. All right, so I still pulled through, but otherwise, that was closer than it needed to be, man. My goodness, I won and I'm still salty. Great job, Palafin. I would give you a hug if I could. You really brought that back. You really brought that back. Zoroark was supposed to be the answer to that fight. Hey, got to keep my win streak and I'm back to Ultra Ball rank 1. All right, let's keep it going. Woo! Nice. You think if I just win one more, that immediately brings me up to Master Ball rank, or do I have to win 2 more? Well, if I have to win 2 more, then I guess I'll just do that, right? And if I have to win 1 more, then I'll do that too. You know, I'm gonna win this next one regardless, is what I'm saying. All right, I see Umbreon, I see Archaludon. I'm bringing Zoroark. I'm starting with Zoroark, because Zoroark can also deal with the Gengar if it comes to it. And then probably Goodra again. Probably Hawlucha in the back. Hawlucha with Poison Jab deals with the Primarina and the Archaludon and the Umbreon, frankly. So yeah, I think that's the play. Dragonite is not the play. Froslass is not. Yeah, I think this is the way. Would Palafin have been useful? Probably not. Yeah, it's a hard sell to like find one team that can beat everybody, and I'm trying to scope out what other people are doing and what people are using. And this person's name is Hizuka. All right, Archaludon, all right. Happy to see that. I'll trick my Choice Scarf on you and we'll see what you're gonna do. You might go straight for Electro Shot, and that's fine with me. So let's see. Boom, trick that onto you. Means you're locked into that for the rest of the battle, and I brought Goodra with me, so no way you're using Body Press right now. You might even be using Iron Defense, like that other trainer. Let's see. Stealth Rock, that works too. Now, for as much as I'd love to use Focus Blast on you and strike you down, 1, I feel like you're gonna switch, and 2, Focus Blast is on timeout. All right, not using that until it's your last, but yeah, okay, so I called the switch. What do we got? Umbreon! Probably still should have gone for Focus Blast. I didn't think he'd bring both. Well, your attacking move is probably gonna be Foul Play. That's gonna deal some damage to me. So I best get out of here, yeah? All right. And I mean, I do want to get the leftovers off of you, but we'll deal with that a little later. So then, do I want to just play my hand? I mean, he must know that this is a Zoroark. He used Bitter Malice, so switching out. I'm switching with the Pokemon that I have in the back. That means the next time I send in Zoroark, Zoroark will not be disguised as anything. And let's see what you're doing. You think your Stealth Rocks are gonna scare me? Yawn. I'm fine with that. You think putting me to sleep is gonna scare me? Not even worried. With that said, I will switch because I feel like you're gonna switch. So I'm gonna switch into Goodra. All right. Let's see what you do. Unless you're going for Yawn again, in which case I'll like Goodra go to sleep, like whatever. Let's see. Now, oh, that's fine. Oh, actually, it's good to know that you have Protect. It means the High Jump Kick is not gonna be as reliable. Because if you use Protect and I use High Jump Kick, I will take damage for it. Okay, good to know. Wondering if I should go with like Cross Chop or something instead of High Jump Kick for that reason. Whatever. I will go ahead. Oh, okay. Are you going back into Archaludon? Doggone it. Good to know that you have Protect, though. So Protect, Yawn. I know one of your moves is going to be Foul Play. I know it has to be. It's just going to come down to what your last move is. Okay? Well, let's see how much Flamethrower does. All right, and then are you going for... Or actually, you could be going for Body Press now, right? Let's see. Okay. Dragon Tail. That's interesting. All right. That'll lower your speed. Not that that's gonna matter, because Dragon Tail always goes last. And then you're locked into that, so... Zoroark's back out, that's fine. You probably knew I had Zoroark by now, right? I mean, I guess a lot of people don't know that Bitter Malice is the signature move of Zoroark. I'm doing this as a just-in-case type of deal. You're using Dragon Tail, a physical attack. It'll lower your attack stat. You can be sending Umbreon again. I'm no longer Choice Scarfed. I could reasonably just go for Focus Blast after that. All right, works for me. Boom. Woo! That definitely works for me. I think that was the right call. All right, Fence Rose, whatever. That'll weaken the damage of your Dragon Tail. Yeah, we're fine. And if Hawlucha's coming in, I'm Mega Evolving her. No, it's back to Goodra. Okay. Well, Dragon Tail always goes last. What'll it be? Your choices are to sack Arcaludon right now, or to switch it out and hope that it'll be useful later. In preparation of a switch, I think it's probably better that I go for Chilling Water, and if this doesn't KO, whatever, it means you'll be able to deal any damage to me, and whatever my Pokemon comes in next will KO. Okay, so I think Chilling Water was the play. Gengar! Okay, we now know all three of your Pokemon, and I'm glad to see Gengar, frankly. We'll see what it does to Goodra. I think you also learned Focus Blast, right? So you better miss with it. You're probably Mega Evolving, which means I won't be able to switch. I'll take those chances. I'm not worried. Does it look like I'm worried? Because I'm not. So, let's see what you have in mind. Izuka, Mega Evolving, you get a power boost, I can no longer switch. Probably just going straight for the Shadow Ball, right? Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, maybe Dark Pulse, and then like... Does Gengar still learn? Oh, Substitute. Okay, well... My Acid Spray sure is not breaking that. If I may make an observation, you brought a very defensive trio of Pokemon. And while in some regards, I can respect that strategy, in other regards, I think that's very annoying. And in the biggest regard, I think that's not gonna work out for you. I mean, I get it, you saw my team, oh my god! See? They always connect with Focus Blast! Never if I do it, though. Alright, whatever. The important thing is breaking your substitute. You don't have leftovers, so you can't restore your HP. Unless the Umbreon has Wish. Is that your plan? Alright. You probably can KO me with Shadow Ball at this point. I don't know for certain. Okay. We'll see. 66, I mean, maybe. Or are you go... Finally! Okay, thank you. Sorry, I gotta be a little fair. Thankfully he missed. Awesome. I don't know if this will deal 51 damage. Yeah. But you can't use Substitute again. And I can't switch. I cannot switch because of your ability. I don't even know if I'd want to switch at this point. I mean, I guess I would. I would want to go into Zoroark. Okay. Now we are even. Glad to see that it's not just me. Sorry you had to go out this way. Although, to be fair, I trust that I'd be able to bring it back with Zoroark anyway. Let's keep it going. Sorry, I guess I gotta hold myself accountable. I always get frustrated whenever Focus Blast misses, but it is kind of nice to see that my opponents are undergoing a similar problem. Okay, and now we will... Flamethrower might KO. Oh, your Pokemon in the back is Umbreon. No, I probably should have gone for a Flamethrower then. Why am I glad that I survived that? Actually, I kind of hope this doesn't KO you. Let's see. Let's see. Nice. That's what I wanted. So now you're at -2 special attack. That's awesome. Okay. Sweet. I'm glad Goodra survived that. Good job, girl. Kind of a shame that there can't be a Pokemon that quad resists Dragon, because the only type that... Hang on, do I want to do Hawlucha? I'll just go again. Kind of a shame that there's no Pokemon... Oh, wow, you're right! Okay. Alright. Things are coming up your Schiller, I admit it. You can't have a Pokemon that quad resist Dragon because the only type that resists Dragon is Steel, and then you have Fairy types who are immune to them. So I kind of wish I did have a Pokemon that could quad resist Dragon, so I could just send it in, and then really make your Draco Meteors do nothing. It's really not much to lose with Draco Meteor if nothing quad resists it, huh? Alright, let's go for an Acid Spray. Lower your special defense, in case it comes down to you and Zoroark. Alright, now you probably outspeed. If you're going straight for the foul play... Yes, you are. Your speed will get lowered. Not that that necessarily matters, because Zoroark and Hawlucha should outspeed you anyway. Boom. Alright. And I'm basically just future-proofing myself for Zoroark being the last Pokemon. It would mean that I'd have to connect with Focus Blast, but it'd be guaranteed to KO. Because I Umbreon is especially defensive, first and foremost, so a Focus Blast from Zoroark might not actually KO it. So I'm just future-proofing myself. Alright, Foul Play again, yeah, and then I'll lower your speed again. And your item is leftovers. I'm like tempted to set, well, okay, never mind, let's just play it out. And then I can send in Hawlucha and just high jump kick you. And if that doesn't KO you, then maybe I can send in Zoroark, and maybe I don't have to use Focus Blast, maybe I can use Sludge Bomb, and that'll KO you. What are you thinking about? You want to put me to sleep? You think that'll be helpful? You want to use Protect? You think that'll be helpful? Because every time you Protect, you gain HP, and so do I, because we both have leftovers. It's your last Pokemon. Look, these matches are otherwise pretty fast. Yeah, okay, Protect. So I gain a little bit of extra HP. You gain a little bit of extra HP. How much damage did he do to me before? Can I take another one of those? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Alright, so you're back to full health. Whatever. May as well go for Acid Spray again. And we'll just see what happens. And if you want to keep this up, if for some reason my Goodra just stays in, great. Once I've lowered your special defense again, I'm gonna start going for some flash cannons, and then we'll see how much you like those. Yeah, what are you thinking about? You want to go for the double protect and do what exactly? You're already at full health. Okay, I was gonna say, these matches are otherwise faster than they were in previous Pokemon games. And yes, there are chess timers, as you can see. I'm always curious though, what are you thinking about? Are you hoping that your only saving grace is if I somehow get disconnected from the internet, and that's how you win? Well, I just knocked on wood, so that's not gonna happen. Alright, so now my Acid Sprays are dealing 15%, and that's with you at -2 special defense. Okay, so do I take another one of those? I do not. I was gonna say, my Goodra has no attack, EV investments. Cool, you're at -4 special defense, so if it comes to it, Zoroark probably can kill you with a Focus Blast. It would just need to connect. So, I think the safer option, I mean, let's entertain it. Let's see if my Focus Blast connects, huh? Alright, let's go. I've lowered your defense. Okay, hey, the Stealth Rock's actually getting me to use my Citrus Berry is pretty neat. Tell you what, I'm gonna take those leftovers off of you. We're done with that. That way you won't be as so reliant on the move Protect for restoring you every turn. And then when Hawlucha comes in and you try using Foul Play, you'll deal some damage, but you won't restore that much afterward. Alright? And if you go for Foul Play this turn, whatever, I'm definitely gonna outspeed you, so I'm taking the leftovers off of you. Alright? Let's see what you want. Once more, you're really thinking, huh? You're really thinking. And if you go for Protect this turn, well then that settles it. I'm absolutely shooting a Focus Blast at you next turn. Whether or not it connects, we'll see. Alright? For now, just enjoy Hisui and Zoroark being on the field. Look at that. Dude, Hisui and Zoroark is just down. I actually kind of dig how creepy he looks. Protect. Alright, that's it. I'm shooting a Focus Blast at you next turn. Alright? Let's go. Nope. No. Alright? Now, do you dare go for the double protect? I mean, I really could take the leftovers off of you this next turn, but no, I'm going for Focus Blast. Not that I want to, but I'm just... I mean, I do and I don't want to. I want this to connect. And you're at -4 special defense, getting hit by the hardest hitting, fighting special type move in the game. It should KO you, or it should do at least 97%. Maybe you would have survived with 1 HP in other worlds, but you're on our world. You're on my world. You're in Hisui and Zoroark's world, and you are getting Focus Blasted. You are really taking your sweet time. You are making sure you really run out the clock with every move, huh? If it comes to it, then I will beat you due to timeout, so you decide. That's probably... I think there are some players that do that. They get salty knowing they can't win, so they just try to waste your time. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, alright, but then, see if I stay in, I go to sleep. This could have been over. But now, I will admit, this guy is getting to me. He's just taking so long to do anything. Fine, I'll switch out. But this could have been over had that Focus Blast connected. And now he wants to spend another minute deciding if he's gonna click on Protect or Foul Play. Ugh. See, but because there's the chance you might use Protect, I have to switch out. That could have been the end, dude. That's another situation where had Focus Blast just connected. So hang on, I've used Focus Blast a total of 4 times. It has a 1 in 4 chance of missing. And I've only hit with it the once, right? My opponent missed with Focus Blast. I'm not ignoring that. Did they change something about Focus Blast? They just make it even less likely to hit? Alright, cool. Whatever, you want to spend a minute selecting your moves, that's on you. I'd have thought that you'd want to get into the next match more quickly, so you have to... Yeah, okay. I'm not too worried about that. Well, the only reason I would be even remotely worried is because I don't want to use High Jump Kick when you're using Protect. So, we'll go back into Zoroark then. And if you use Yawn again... Actually, this could wind up costing me. Alright. The good news is you didn't spend a full minute. There it is. Works for me. Zoroark, you could have stayed alive if you connected with that Focus Blast, dude. Focus. Alright. Works for me. Now, the question is, do I go for High Jump Kick thinking he's going to use Yawn? Or is he going to use Protect? Does he know I'm using High Jump Kick? He's at full health, right? There's no way he goes for Protect right now. He's going for Yawn. I gotta go for it. This is so dumb, right? He could go for Protect and I could just lose because of this. Whereas if I just connected with Focus Blast earlier, I guess I should have, that's on me. I should have gone for Sludge Bomb. He was at -4 HP or -4 special defense, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And what are you doing? Yawn? Okay, and what, you go for Protect this next turn? And then I go to sleep, and then you foul play me to death? That's lame. This all could have been avoided, dude. I used Focus Blast once, and it misses. Golly, man. And now, I gotta deal with all this. I gotta deal with the guy that spends a minute selecting all of his turns, and he's getting super close to winning because he's got Yawn. If this was Pokemon Stadium, you wouldn't be allowed to put more than one of my Pokemon to sleep at a time. Sleep was even more busted in that game. Alright, it's gonna come down to how much damage your foul play does. Dual Wing Beat ought to deal, well at this point, you're gonna probably be at 40% when I use it. Wish, don't do this. Do not do this. I should have tricked off the leftovers when I had the chance. I mean, I did try. I did try. Okay? So, oh, dude. Alright. Go for Protect, alright. You restore your health. See, now he knows I have High Jump Kick, though. I gotta be careful with that. And I'm still asleep, by the way. I'm still asleep. Didn't they decrease the amount of turns it takes for you to wake up in this game? That you're, like, super likely to wake up on the next turn or something? I'm only using Throat Chop to just kind of, like... Well, one, I'm wondering if it shuts down something like Yawn. And two... I'm mainly doing that just to kind of PP stall. Okay, so it does not shut down Yawn. Which is a little weird because it's still something you do with your throat. So let me get this straight. Throat Chop will stop Bug Buzz. And something like Howl, but not Yawn. God, I guess you put a little more oomph in your voice, it'll shut that down. Alright. Whatever. This is the world we live in. Foul play. Let's see how much that does. Not a lot. I mean, enough, I guess, is what I should say. Well, he might just win this, folks. He might just win this, and that's such a bummer. And I don't know why you're... Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know why you're hesitating. There's the wish. Well... You know, if I wake up the next turn... I mean, he's gonna go for Protect, though, right? Zoroark! I have to deal with all this! Because you missed with Focus Blast, buddy! That other battle... Yeah. Okay, I'm hoping Hawlucha just stays asleep this turn, then. Hawlucha, you staying asleep might have just saved you here. Alright. I should wake up this turn, right? It's a High Jump Kick. No way he goes for the double Protect. He's absolutely going for Foul Play. He's gonna go for Foul Play, and then on the next turn, he'll go for Yawn, right? So maybe I do have this. That works for me. Okay. Foul Play. Alright, I'm not going... Ooh. Alright. I'm not going for High Jump Kick, though. Can't chance that. Dual Wing Beat should finish him off, though. So we will go for that. Yeah, you're thinking about it, huh? You're thinking about it. You have to go for Foul Play. I mean, you could go for Protect. You have... Okay. Now I understand why you're taking your time on this turn. Either no way we play this till timeout just because you take forever selecting your moves. You have 4 options, I guess. You got 4 attacks you can choose from. I don't know what your 4th attack is. It's evidently not like... I don't think Umbreon gets Toxic anymore, does he? Or Thunder Wave. He gets Thunder Wave. But no, it's evidently not Thunder Wave. You are debating if you want to go straight for the foul play or if you want to go for Protect. Okay, that's game. Golly, dude. I had to play like a 40-minute match because Focus Blast missed. Ugh. Flew through the beginning of that. Thank you for the matches, Hizuka. You were playing it pretty smart there at the end. If I lost that, I would have been really upset. All right, am I at Master Ball rank? No, I gotta win one more. Yeah, if I lost that and I lost my win streak to that, oof, that would have been awful. All right. Next one, hopefully the last one, and then I'm Master Ball rank, and then I can like really see what the metagame entails. Not that there aren't smart players here. It's just Master Ball rank is really where you get to see where the more optimal strategies come in. And I fight a lot of people who are kind of newer to the game in the lower ranks. All right, send in the starters, huh? Well, I think I'm gonna start off with Zoroark again, because he can shut down Archaludon, he can shut down Dragapult, and his Sludge Bomb can shut down Meganium. And if it connects, Focus Blast could shut down Greninja. Hawlucha's gonna come, because Hawlucha can shut down Meganium, Greninja, Archaludon, and Garchomp. Well, okay, do I want to bring Froslass to this? Maybe I do. Just a Destiny Bond user, in case Zoroark can't, in case he has, it's okay. My thinking is, if he had something in the back that was a problem, then Froslass could shut it down. Not Archaludon, I'm not worried about that, and I'm actually glad you're starting with that. No, I was mainly, so he's not gonna go for Body Press, he might go for Electro Shot, we'll see. I was mainly worried about the Dragapult more than anything. Okay, let's just trick. Let's trick you, see if you're going, well, darn. If you're going for Stealth Rocks, that means Froslass's Focus Sash is broken. And Froslass will not outspeed a Dragapult. So Froslass will, or Zoroark will have to take it out if he brought it. And he brought Archaludon. Maybe Dragapult's in the back. I would think he's got the other, some of the other starters in the back. So let's shut you down. I think you're going for Stealth Rock right now. And if you're just going for a Steel type move and you're not going for Stealth Rock, then Froslass gets to live another day to use Destiny Bond another day. So let's see. Stealth Rock, okay. Very glad to see that. Now, as much as I still want to go for Focus Blast, there is now the chance that you're going to switch out and you're going to go into Dragapult. And if you do, Bitter Malice will KO you, which is super advantageous to me. And if you don't switch out, Bitter Malice will still deal a decent chunk of damage to your HP bar. So let's see what happens. All right, you could choose to sack the Archaludon right now. My Froslass is gonna not be as useful now that you set the Stealth Rocks up, but okay. Then I don't think you brought Dragapult, which is still fine by me. All right, that did less than half. That's a bummer. Still, it could be in my interest to stay in, because I do outspeed you. I'll lower your attack. Oh no, I don't outspeed you. Okay, please don't flinch. Yeah, I think you're Choice Scarfed. I think you're Choice Scarfed. No flinching, no flinching. No flinchy, no flinchy, no flinchy. Woo! All right, now your attack set is even lower. Awesome. So your Rock Slide will deal even less damage. I just have to pray for no flinching. All right, no flinching, no flinching, no flinching. Yeah, I think you're Choice Scarfed. Oh no, you're not. You just outspeed me naturally? I thought Garchomp's speed was 102 and Zoroark's was 105. And you got a crit, so of course you did. Lower your attack stat twice, only for you to get a crit, so it doesn't matter. 6% chance of a crit happening, by the way. Well, Froslass could outspeed you, and then Destiny Bond on the next Pokemon, but I don't, because then you could just send an Archaludon, and I'm going to be in this exact same scenario. So we'll go for this. You're going for Outrage. I will outspeed you. I know you're not Choice Scarf, so I know that I will. And in the event, well, you can't switch, but I'm just going to go for Throat Chop. No use going for Dual Wing Beat, because then I will deal double damage to myself due to your Rough Skin. We got Archaludon in the back. And Hawlucha will take care of that. So we just have to see what your next Pokemon is. If it is going to be Dragapult, I don't know. I think Dragapult speed is 120? So maybe Hawlucha outspeeds? Hawlucha speed is 123, I'm pretty sure. 123, 125. Caladon. Okay, I'm fine with you switching to that. Well, do you think I'm gonna use high jump kick and then you're gonna switch into Dragapult? Is that your thinking? I'll take my chances. Guess I'm gonna have to. All right. Works for me. Okay. Although, if you have Dragapult in the back, I could still lose this, but I think I was wise not to switch into Froslass there. All right, is it? Oh, it's Meganium! Oh boy, am I glad to see you! I've got Poison Jab just for you. Genuinely. I mean, I also got it for Primarina, but I have Poison Jab just to deal with you pesky fairy types. And this should be a one-hit KO. And if it's not, Froslass will absolutely outspeed you. This should be one-hit KO though. Poison Jab it! There we go! What? Oh. Well. Froslass will absolutely outspeed you! Alright. Hawlucha, you did a good job. I'm just glad it wasn't Dragapult. Alright. And then the Stealth Rocks will break my Focus Sash. Doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's get it going. Done with you. Alright, Icy Wind it and be done with it. Froslass, you were a wild card. And it's wild that you're going to be the one that gets me into Master Ball rank. To think that this match could have so easily gone oh so wrong. There we go. And I didn't want to say anything, but Icy Wind does have a chance of missing. If I missed and that Meganium won because of that, you folks would not have heard the end of it. You guys heard how I was during that other match with Focus Blast missing? Only imagine if I missed with freaking Icy Wind. Viewing! Thank you for the match! That ought to put me into Master Ball rank, yes? Yeah, baby! I now get to join the ranks of some of the best players in the world! How many players are in Master Ball rank? I don't know. How many players are playing Pokémon Champions? I don't know. Oh, I'm not even allowed to keep playing. I have to quit battling. I have to go to a cutscene. Very well. Anyway, I would assume that the top players in Master Ball rank is like the top 5% of players in the game. So it's nice to be in the top 5%. I hear you have big news to celebrate, yes? Ah, Caraway, you're here again. Great timing as always, Caraway. Caraway, I don't know. At long last, a trainer from our gym has reached the Master Ball tier. I wonder how many people may never see this cutscene. I don't know. Well done, I must say the gym seems to have gained quite some fame recently. The whole city is buzzing with discussion about Yo Schiller. Ah, wouldn't that be nice to have people buzzing about me? That's why I've been trying to climb to Master Ball rank and beyond in the first place, was to get people to buzz about me. Gosh, that means a lot coming from you, Caraway. So this game doesn't really have a story mode. This is kind of the closest thing to it. Because I reached Master Ball rank, is that the end of the story for this game? And now it's just... I don't think many people care about the story for this game. Oh, please allow me to confer upon you this masterful title. You earned the title of Master Trainer! Well, you can say that again. Your box's maximum capacity has increased to fit 10 more Pokemon. That'll be nice. All that's up before you is the Champion tier. Oh, there's one more. Champion tier, huh? In due time. Further victories will not prove easy. You will need to note strategic trends and come up with countermeasures and clever workarounds. That's what I'm doing. That's the aim of the game. That's the potential of my team, and that's the point of the series. Above all, you must be thorough in preparing, but I believe you can meet this challenge, Yo Schiller. I think I can do it. Yeah, I've got faith in you too, kid. Thanks. We'll reach the highest of heights together as a team. Tell you what, though. Oh, hang on. Just one last push to your dreams come true, Grandpa. Oh, sorry. I thought she was talking about my dreams. Just one last push to your dreams come true, Grandpa. I'm glad to see you all filled with such fervor and to reach the peak of the battling world. Until we meet again, I wish you the best of luck in your efforts. Yeah, Pokemon games kind of have this quota where everything kind of has to have some sort of story. New Pokemon Snap had some sort of story. Even Pokemon Home has like characters you're supposed to talk to. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely a mobile game, all right. Look at this menu, crazy. All right, folks, I made it to Master Ball rank in the singles category. There's still doubles. I still gotta do doubles. And I think I'll do that first before I take on Champions tier anything. Doubles is where the true challenge truly lies. So I will do that next. Master Ball and doubles. And then, there you go, some extra VP, sure, whatever. We'll get to Master Ball and doubles. And then I will start making my way toward champion tier in both categories. I just think I've done enough single battles for now. It's definitely easier than doubles. I think I've done enough single battles for now. Let me have the metagame develop a little bit. And then we'll see where I'm at in due time. So hang on, I want to put on that master title. Oh, well, first thing I should do, change my icon. We'll put Meganium there. I haven't really been using her yet. And then we got Master Trainer. Sweet. No badges. That's fine. I'm a Master Trainer with a Meganium icon. That's great. All right. Yeah, let's look at the gameplay stats real quickly. See what that's all about. So, it took me 77 victories to get to Master Ball rank in singles. Well, let's see how many I lost. It was like, probably something like 50 and 27, something like that. I lost half as many as I won, I would say. All right, well, folks, up next, it's going to be the road to Master Ball rank in doubles. And then after I do that, maybe I'll try out some more singles, Master Ball rank matches, see if I can get to champion tier in one of them. Then I'd like to battle some fans. I think that'd be cool. For now, that wraps up this video of Pokémon BATAW. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos as I get to Master Ball rank in doubles. For now, bye-bye, humans. Whoosh! And so, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button or leave a comment. Either of those actions would really help me out. If you wish to see more of my gameplay content, please click the subscribe button so that you can be notified each time I post a new video. And if you click on the bell icon, you can customize how often you receive notifications. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and I hope to see you around in the future. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh!